Battlefield 2042 is an absolute blazing disaster. The good part, though, is that it's a funny blazing disaster. There are a ton of bugs, and when I say a ton of bugs, I mean there are bugs everywhere. Around each corner, there's 10 new bugs, and people are documenting them. And I have found some of the most hilarious bugs currently, and I'm gonna show them to you. We have already seen, Hovercraft that scales up the buildings, but that's just the start. That is absolutely just the start, mark my words. A Metacritic score of 77, which means they didn't even bother to pay the critics off good enough. A user score of 2.5, that probably tells you all you need to know about the current situation of this game. This meme pretty much summarizes the situation up perfectly. Gamers, why can't you publish a normal working good AAA title? And the devs just scream because that's all there is to it. So, let's start. Everyone knows that Hovercraft can just scale walls randomly and generally stick to objects and stuff. As we can see here, he's slowly getting on the wall. If you haven't seen this, yeah, it seems funny, but trust me, this is just the beginning. And you can do this pretty much any wall. You see, that's what beginners do. Professionals, on the other hand, know that if you align yourself up pretty good and not in a specific angle, then this can happen. Yup. He's essentially flying a hovercraft. Well, there's a reason I guess it's called a hovercraft if one thinks about it. But yeah, that's pretty impressive. But no, the bugs don't obviously just magically end there. This is a rat on HD. I can at least tell it's a rat, honestly. I guess that's the best part. Man, this looks like it's from 2002. That's some prime 2002 graphics right there. 10 out of 10 AAA development. After things like this, you can literally phase through walls just by using a shield and changing some settings. Most likely, if people tinker with this, you most likely don't even have to use a shield or something. But maybe it is the shield, because trust me, this is not gonna be the only bug involving a shield. A shield is, well, I'm gonna show you, it's pretty much the most best thing ever. Here we can see a shroud. No, is it shroud? Yeah, it's shroud. This is where I got the idea that, well, not the idea, but essentially just watch.
If I hit this building right here, let's see. Yeah,
Bump.
Doesn't do anything.
Bump.
Look at that.
He's hitting buildings, no damage. Usually in games like this, if you just nick the building when in an airplane like that, you're just instantaneously dead. But most of these buildings don't deal damage when you hit them. They do have collision, but they don't deal damage. He finds eventually he finds one that actually deals the damage. But the fact that something like that can even make it this far into the game is mind-blowing. Then we have this. The guy just randomly goes, ready to move, and voila! He's just thrown across the map. And this is also a complaint a lot of the players currently have. It's not only the fact that the game has bugs upon bugs upon bugs, it is the fact that for some reason they have failed a lot of basic developer principles that make just the game more enjoyable for people, like the UI is unintuitive and things like that. A lot of people are complaining that at the start of every map you just need to run extremely long until the action starts. So it's essentially just artificially increasing the match time, so people theoretically play longer. Then there's attachments. If we zoom in, this is what the attachment is called. This is what the attachment does. This is what the attachment is called. This is what the attachment does. It's a different attachment, as you can see clearly from the picture, by the way. But the thing is, all of these are the same exact thing. All of these are different, unique looking attachments, but for some reason, they all do the exact same thing. They change the stats in the exact 100% way. And there are multiple ones of these. Then there's this. He's shooting. Well, he's spraying and praying, essentially. But no one's dying, as you can see. That's pretty interesting. So, bullets just randomly despawn at that range, because either he's not using a sniper, so they despawn at that range, or there's something special about the map which makes the bullets, well, just disappear. Or there's an invisible wall maybe there, which seems kind of unbelievable, because you can see that their bullets are kind of nicking the crate right there at times. You can actually see that happening, which is, just strange and awkward to say the least. And the real MVP is the shield. That guy just put a shield and took a shell from a tank right in his face. Absolutely no damage taken. And some random guy just comes there and ruins their testing. But yeah, as you can see, have a shield. Get shot with a tank, survive. The bullets also, it looks like it looks a little bit like the bullet also goes through, which is even more strange. Because honestly, what that means that he's just invulnerable while the shield is up. Which is even more funny, technically. I understand if a bullet can just go through, because the hitboxes are bugged, but still. This is a very popular complaint, and this was one of the first big complaints I actually heard about Battlefield 2042. Listen. People are essentially complaining that the voice lines are completely cringe. And one, yes, they are cringe, but two, something people don't talk about that much is, if you listen to all of those voice lines, they're pretty much like, yeah, we just murdered an entire village. Yeah, we just blew up a city. Let's rearm and head to the next country. It's like, what would a 10-year-old's... it's like a 10-year-old's idea what war is like. Made real. It's kind of extreme cringe. Hitboxes... kind of hard a little bit to see where it's aimed, but here you can clearly tell that it's not even close. It's not even close, and it's still a kill. The hitboxes are absolute jank and bugged. Yeah, this should not even hit. Well, I guess if you're a 10-year-old, you don't exactly care about that, but hey. This is one of the better ones. Watch what happens. That's an enemy. That's an animation where he kills him. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be an insta-kill, by the way. But the guy's just magically alive here. And he dies. So the question here is, was that not an insta-kill animation? Does the knife not do any damage? Or what's the deal here? Because, I'm pretty sure that guy should have been dead. But not happening. Sometimes you can get stuck in the down state, can't be revived or respawn. This is one of the most game-breaking things. A huge amount of people are not experiencing this, but there are times when, people just flat out experience this, and there is absolutely no way to solve that issue. Basic features just missing from the game. You can't see the leaderboards. You don't know if you're doing well or not. You don't know if someone in an enemy team has 100 kills and 0 deaths, which means he's a cheater. You can't change the teams. You can't change squads. You can't exit the queue. Gain XP in legit portal modes. Browse servers. You can't do a lot. There's currently... It's not only bugged, but there are so many things that are missing from the game. It's absolute insanity at this point. I don't need to check my my gun every time I spawn. It's unnecessary and destroys smooth gameplay. basic concepts like just smooth gameplay where you just want to instantaneously click and it's done, you're getting in. No, that is gone, which is the most mind-blowing thing because this should be like it's Battlefield. Those developers should know how, a lot of tricks to keep people playing their games because, that's kind of how they design games. And it seems like here they have completely missed the mark for it. It's just insane. What the fuck is the force the marathon at the start of each match? Yeah, this is what I was saying a bit earlier. At the start of each match, people are complaining that, there's just a lot of running. For some reason, it just takes super long for you to initiate the real fighting. So, things like that. Essentially, Battlefield is an absolute mess. It's an hilarious mess. It will get fixed, but I don't know. Triple A games just seem to get worse and worse and worse and worse with time. Like, they are on schedules where they need to push out product because the schedules don't give a shit about what can you do it in time, what can you not do it in time. If you can't do it in time, well, there goes your bonus and stuff like that. But the company's got to make money, so they can't delay the game. If the game is planned every 1 year, it's gonna happen every 1 year. If the game is planned every 2 years, well, the game's happening goddamn every 2 years. There's no way to avoid it. But AAA development seemingly just gets sloppier and sloppier and sloppier as time goes by. And Battlefield is just one of those new iterations of this. Admittedly, thank God at least we have a lot of funny footage. I really seriously love the fact that if you can angle this thing correctly and know how, you can pretty much fly with it. This is probably my favorite thing. Obviously, climbing is also kind of fun, but like, look at this. He's literally flying. He killed a helicopter with that. That's insane. But anyway, this was Quizzer Sensen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the channel, check out Discord, check out everything. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.